know you don't have people that understand what you go through in everyday life. And one of the things that we want to discuss, man, is just making sure that we encourage you and let you know that you're not really here by yourself. And we all been through it, and we learn through trial and error, right?
Most certainly, most certainly. Everybody, it's Pastor Derek. Listen, you know, one thing about entrepreneurship, I always say it like this, is that a muscle that isn't exercised is a muscle that doesn't have strength. And when we grow up, we're always taught to go to school to do what? Get a job.
Right.
But our school system, our curriculum, and the schools that we matriculate from, they do not feed the entrepreneurial perspective. So therefore, we step out without enough information, not really knowing how to format, how to push. But the great thing about entrepreneurship is that you're gonna work for somebody anyway. You might as well work for who you believe in. And if you believe in yourself, get behind you. And I'm telling you, energy breeds energy. Activity breeds activity. You start moving, somebody's gonna start moving with you. You know, if you ever notice, like you start smiling, somebody gonna start smiling. You don't even know what you're smiling for. You know what I'm saying? You start moving your head, right. Everybody else start moving because that's energy, and it breathes like that.
That's really, and even from a joke perspective, where we're from, if you start running, other people gonna start running too.
Hey, we only got why. We'll figure that out after we get later. Yeah.
100 yards in.
Most certainly. Okay. But entrepreneurship is such a wonderful thing. It's hard, man. And, you know, it's not an easy walk. It's not tipping through the tulips, and it's not for the faint at heart.
It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. But we are going to speak to those that it is for, and want to tell you right now, if it's for you and you know it's for you, at all costs, go in. Don't turn around, don't give up, don't give out. Yeah,
you gotta jump.
That's it. That's it. That thing that you've been sitting around thinking about, that thing that you've been stirring around in your spirit, go ahead and birth that thing, man. You know, it's no better time than the present. Get you a plan your work, and work your plan.
That's it. And one thing about it, having the plan and implementing the plan is two different things.
Ooh.
So we'll speak on that, man, in the next Motivation Minute.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good right there.
You like that?
Yeah, I like
you like that a little bit?
I love that. I love that. I don't like it. I love it.
One thing I want to say is this here, and it just crossed my mind while we was actually on break. When I talk to other entrepreneurs or other people that's trying to, you know, kind of make moves, they always tell me about these 3 books. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I forgot who that guy is. Okay, and then the 48 Laws of Power. And I don't have a problem with any of those books, but let's go back and look at, and I challenge the viewers to go back and look at when those books were written. Now keep this in mind, we all got to take it all the way back to the Bible, because the Bible is always going to be, you know, the end all be all. The book of Proverbs is one of the books that, you know, I just love just in general. And one thing that I kind of live by, and you know, when you're not in corporate America, they talk about keeping your face clean. Well, that's in the Bible, whether we know it or not. It's better to have a good name. What I like to say is this, in terms of our entrepreneurs, where do we go? I understand about the church sites and things of this nature, but where can we go to just get motivation early in the mornings to start our day? Because you know we have a to-do list. We big on our time management. But where do we get that motivational or get inspired from? And I'm not talking about the rich people Instagrams looking at their life. I'm talking about for us. And so I just thought that in terms of what we're doing now, it's just that it'll be something to where, you know, we're real individuals. With real problems.
Come on.
Real bills.
Come on.
Real situations.
Come on. Real victory.
There it is.
Real provision.
There it is.
Real promises.
There it is.
Because we got both of them. And I want to tap into that about where do you go. I would say you would get you a regimen. You know, if you were going to be an Olympic swimmer, your whole lifestyle, your whole dynamic then changes. Your diet is going to change. Your sleep patterns are going to change. Your exercise is going to change. And there's going to be a tremendous focus just on this particular thing for this training. So it's the same thing with entrepreneurship. Your lifestyle has to change. Your diet has to change. And you know, there's going to be a lot of opportunities that's going to be presented on the table that are not for you. There are going to be things that you're going to be, doors open for you. Those are not your doors. Because you got to stay focused. And that's the very main part of entrepreneurs, that we lose focus. There's so many things on our table. And then there's a discipline issue that we have to have. You got to feel good. Something for me, I had to go through my wardrobe, and I was just finding, this gonna sound funny, but I had to find out that t-shirts, underclothes, that if they were not supporting me, if they didn't make me feel good, I had to get rid of this. You understand what I'm telling you? Because this is the first garment I'm putting on. So my socks don't feel tight. You know how you like your hair socks is kind of like that. I had to get rid of that, because this is me at the beginning of my day. So I had to find out how I was feeding myself. So entrepreneurship requires a certain type of discipline. I call it peeling your onion. You know, when you peel an onion, it's gonna stink. It's gonna make you cry. But you got to peel the layers of the onion to get down to that core. And that's gonna require a certain intimate look within your intimacy. Intimacy.
Yeah. I like that.
Intimacy.
They say it one more time.
Intimacy. See into me, intimacy. So this is what you need as an entrepreneur. You know, even before you start working your plan, you got to start looking at what my strengths are and what my weaknesses are. And wherever my strengths are, that's where I need to be. I don't need to really be working in my weaknesses until I can grow my company enough to then have time to work on my weaknesses. But in that time, I need to be basically allowing someone else to do the things that I can't do. Early one Sunday morning,
Hey. Oh. Hey.
breakfast was on the table.
Good morning, urban America.
Hey, what's happening?
I'm your co-host, Big Up, the quarterback, sitting here with my partner,
Pastor Derek, the Change Man Smith. Y'all bringing you the best in information, conversation, and motivation. Let's get it.
understanding your strengths and your weaknesses, and that requires a lot of honesty. And I'm gonna say this, it's okay to have weaknesses, but being able to keep your weaknesses from being exposed, that's what we do in football, that's what we do in sports, that's what we do in corporate America.
Listen, one thing I was thinking about the weaknesses, one thing that we feel like that we've been taught is that failure is a weakness.
No.
But failure is a prerequisite to your success. Because in order for you to get to your successful spot, when you know how to get, see, processes makes you successful. And the only way that you can get processes is to try them out. And in the trying out of processes, sometimes there are going to be failures.
Trial and error. Trial and error.
Trial and error.
And error.
Trial and error.
It goes
we
together.
say those things,
but we didn't hear it.
But we didn't hear it because we say it so commonly. Trial, and we're going to try it, and we're going to error. And in being honest, you have to have a team that understands trial and error, understands that this is where we are, understands the pulse. I love what you said about being honest. This is an issue that we're having globally, is bootlegging. Not just our DVDs and CDs,
Right.
but I'm talking about you as a person. It's okay, the Bible even says to speak those things that are not as if they were. So there's a place for that, to call those things that are not. But you can't buy into your own press. You can't buy into that. When the same people that will compliment you,
Oh, no doubt.
you understand what I'm telling you, will criticize you.
Right.
So you can't take either one of them. But you have to be able to have a real intimate place within yourself to say, listen, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at marketing. I'm not good at networking. I need to get somebody on this right here because it's needed.
And you know, one thing that I like to say, I study the same way people follow and look at artists.
Mm-hmm.
I was always fascinated by CEOs.
Yeah.
So, or successful people, whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
But like Bill Gates, I studied Bill Gates.
Yeah.
I understand who Stephen Jobs is, you know, and I understand his brand is what is preferred.
Right.
But this is what I like about Bill Gates. He said that he had 5 or 6 people that believed in his idea. Mm-hmm. All right? Mm-hmm. And when I look at the fact that when he, because we know he's rich, we got that part, that's what everybody wants to hear. Mm-hmm. but he is a true believer, and he felt like everybody should have a computer in their house and not just the government. I said all that to say this. He took his ego out the way and said, and you can go look this up, but this is fact, that he takes his consultants on vacation with him. And they said, well, why do you do that? He said because he, and I forgot the exact term, but he didn't want no new developments to happen in those 5 or 6 days.
That's good.
While he was gone. So he said wherever he's at, they're within 5 miles of him.
Wow.
Keep in mind, now this is the technology man. He could just send it, or they could send it to him. But what he's saying is on vacation.
Wow.
He's going to straighten out, iron out any problems at that time. Now that's what Bill said.
Now that's awesome, because that kind of leads the gateway to this is who's on your team.
Oh man. And
I guess that's a whole nother episode program right there. But who's on your team? Who's eating with you?
And this the catch. More importantly, why are they on?
And then sometimes, as we're traveling, this person on the team maybe can only go this far.
Okay, hold on. Stop it. That's a point.
Man.
That's a point.
Man.
You know, we're going to set up a special segment.
Man, listen.
All right? Because the person, since we all like football, the person that's in spring training, and even if we just look at the way it is in the real world, this many people go out for a team. They audition and they would like to be on your team.
Most certainly. That's good.
But you have to assess your needs.
Wow.
Because sometimes, you saw that?
Oh, I just saw that.
You have to assess your needs. If you already got 5 first-round draft pick wide receivers, it doesn't matter if it's another good receiver coming to your team. That's not where your needs are.
That is so heavy.
You like that?
I just saw that. Wow.
That's not where your needs are. So guess what? You have to pass up on that wide receiver.
Wow.
Because guess what? Your line is what a deficit is.
And you can only make those. See, my dad taught me this through a very painful lesson.
Okay.
He's a shout out pops, business owner, multi-business owner. He taught me that you can either run your business or work your business. And what you were just talking about right there is running your business. You know, you have to be able to set high enough, not too exalted from the people where they can't touch it, but set high enough to see panoramically what's going on. That's good right there. I love that. I love that. I'm gonna have to preach that one. That's good. Yeah, that's good right there.
Hey, but since we on that subject, let me say this, and this is an analogy that I use, and the people that love football catch it, the people that don't won't. A wide receiver and a tight end both catch the ball.
Right.
But they're not the same thing. It's not the same position.
Wow. Well, can I unwrap it for the non-athletic people?
Please do.
A giraffe and a turtle walking in the same direction will get to the same destination, but they're gonna see two totally different experiences, because the turtle is only gonna see what's down here on this level, and the turtle is eating a lot of dust, but the giraffe is kicking up dust, and he get to see everything from the high. Where are you today? You the turtle or you the giraffe? And you can't be a CEO as a turtle.
Oh man.
You have to be able to understand the turtle, but you can't be a turtle.
Oh man.
You got to be able to talk to the turtle, but you can't be a turtle.
Hey man, you know what? This game right here, man. Now look, hey, as the young boys used to say, that's sauce right there.
Yes, sir.
That's some sauce.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good morning, urban America at gmail.com. Write us today, and don't you delay. You gotta get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh, and do it right now. Say get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh, and do it right now. Come